So here in a game of Metromania, what you're doing is you're essentially a subway contractor, and you're going to be building rail lines. You have two different lines you're going to be working on. You have your solid lines and your striped lines that you're going to be building. You're going to be building those to connect different places on the board. You got your housing areas, you got your industry, you got your like entertainment sports centers, and you have your park and lake. And the board's modular, so these pieces pop out as triangles, and they can be put in there however you want and mixed around. So it helps out with making a different game each time. Now when you place your tile, you got to figure out how you're going to get to where you want to go. Let me go over that real quick. When you place tiles, you know, you're going to place 3 at a time. So you got 1, 2, and 3 tiles. And here you have a red line going in this direction. You can't take a tile and then place it like this, where you have a acute angle, you know, less than 90 degrees or whatever. You could place it like this, where it's going out further, but you can't make sharp turns like this when you're placing tiles. Additionally, you can't go like 1, 2, and then 3 to make like this split and this branch like that. You can't do that. You always have to build from the end. What will happen is eventually lines will meet. Let's say yellow was coming in from the other direction and it was red's turn, and he placed up to here. What's going to happen is you're going to place this station where that is, and now anyone could build out in any direction. So like on the next turn, if red wanted to, he could build, you know, going off in this direction. Even though it's an acute angle, it's because there's a station and he's able to go off in another direction. Alright, so red's going to try and build his little sports center over here. So you have to start at one of the white spots. So he's going to start here, and then what you do is you take your little solid color start marker to point to where the starting point is. So he's going to go here, then he's going to branch in this direction. This is not an acute angle, alright, so he's able to do that. And then he's going to place here, and then when you cover up the one of the images, you place your spot, your image on it. If he later was going out and he was going up here, and for some reason he would have to place over this, you're not allowed to unless you have one of the industries to place on top of it. Also, you can never place on top of the parks or the lakes. So he goes there and he places his industry there. Now what this does is it lets whoever has the other B token, the other B token is an industry token, the other person can now go, alright, I might want to build industry, get my line to get from industry to sports center with as few stops as possible, because that's how you get points. If you can connect from one industry place to another, or one, whatever, residential to industry, or one connection, the person who has the fewest stops on the subway line is going to get points. So the next person up, let's say it's blue, and blue actually happens to be the person with the industry. So blue's going to want to make a short connection between these two areas, or wherever he puts it, even if he puts it over here, a short connection there or there, wherever he decides to start. So let's say blue's going to come in over here. Let's say he does the whatever he does, the stripe line. So he starts down. Let's see, which way is he going to do this? 1, and he'll come 2, and then he'll do this. He'll go 3, and you can actually do this. He couldn't, if he can't, you know, well, I guess he could place there. He could place here, or he could actually place here. It's okay if it's on the other side. That's a legal thing you can do. But alright, so he goes and he places there, and he puts his little start marker here. That's where he started. Now when you start your second line, because you get 2 lines, a striped and a solid, your second line can't start on the same area that you did, or these 2 lines. So his next line has to start either here, here, or here. Additionally, when this line ends, it can't end on any of these 3 spots either. It has to end over somewhere else on the other side of the map. So that is blue. So now let's say yellow's going to come in, and yellow's going to come in, let's say down here for whatever reason. So he's going to go 1, put his little start marker, 2, and let's say 3. Let's say that's what yellow's going to do. And you can't start more on your first turn. You can only start 1 line, but on the second turn you can build on both lines if you have 2 of them out there. So it's green's turn. Green has to come in somewhere. Let's say green's going to come in down here, and he's just going to go with a solid line 1, 2, 3, like that. Alright, so he started his line. Now it's red's turn. Nobody else has any information out there, so maybe red, what he will do, let's say he's going to start his other line on the other side of the board. This is open. He wants to kind of get some space so he doesn't get cut off, because that can happen very easily. So he's going to go 1 and come down here. He's going to actually cut off this exit, which is going to hurt someone eventually. 1, 2, 3. So he does that. And now it's blue's turn. And blue is going to, let's say he goes 1. And then he's going to turn 2, 3, and he covered up the industry, so he's going to put his B industry out here. Now, both these people know that both B industries are out there. Well, everyone knows both B industries are out there. The thing is, if you have the shortest route connecting the B industries and one of your you're in charge of one of the 2 buildings that are in that route, you're going to get an additional 3 points. The person who has the shortest route connecting industries, and yellow can come in and try and make the shortest route here, green can come in and try and make the shortest route. It's not limited to red and blue only. Anyone can try and make the shortest route, but if you have the shortest route and you also are one of the owners of one of the buildings, you're going to get an additional 3 points for that. Alright, so now it's green's turn. So green, let's say green wants to, I don't know. He's going to come over here, and now he has connected to this area. So he has created where a station occurs. Alright, so there's now a station there. So that was 1, and if he wanted to, he could, come down here, or here, and move over here, or whatever he wants to do. Heck, for the heck of it, let's just do that. Let's just see what happens. So he's going to go 1. So he had 1, that's 2. And then he's going to turn it out this way for 3. And what he's going to try and do is he's going to try and build an industry over here. Alright, so now it's orange's turn. He wants to get his other line out on the board, so he's going to come in down here. And, I guess I skipped orange. Anyway, so orange is going to come up here. Then he's going to come over here. And actually, he'll come over here. And then he'll come over here. And he'll place his house out there. So now we know where D is. So whoever has the other D, which happens to be red, red now knows, alright, I need to make a short connection from my D to there. Alright, so green went, so now it's red's turn. So red knowing that, let's say red's going to go, alright. Red has, he's going to go 1, put his D industry out there, 2, and 3 over here. So red's already working on getting a short route over there. And there's a little ant. Okay. And blue's turn. Blue doesn't have his other rail out yet, but blue does want to get over here. So let's see. Blue could go 1, 2, 3, and now these 2 lines meet at the same intersection there, so now there is a station there. So blue has, as it stands, you could get, well, blue doesn't have a station here, so blue needs to get a station built here, so I'll show you that on his next turn. Alright, so that's blue, so now we're to orange. Orange wants to get up to this D up here, so orange is going to go 1. Oh, and also these met there, so that should have a thing there. 1, and then he's going to go 2, and that now connects these areas. So there's a station there. So now there's a station from here to here and here to here. So you think, well, they both have a one route thing. That is how it is at the moment, but D is actually more susceptible to having his route altered, and orange can make sure that happens, and so maybe we'll see that happen. So that was orange, so now it's green's turn, I guess. So green's gonna come down here, and he'll go 1 there and put out his little sports center. So orange is down there. So he did that, and so that's 1. Let's say he's gonna come, sees no other C's out there. Let's say he's gonna start branching off in this direction. 2 and 3. Let's say he does that. Alright, so now that was, did I skip one? No, I got orange. Alright, now it's red's turn again. So, red might want to kind of secure this thing to try and prevent orange from, like, doing anything over here. So what he's going to do, and also one of the connections you want to make is from the lake to the forest, and he has a connection at the forest, so now maybe he wants to get over to the lake. So red's going to go, alright, I need to get to the lake. So he's going to go 1, 2, and 3. So he's building over here. It's now blue's turn. Okay, instead of building lines, something you can do is you can just choose to place what's called an, I think it's called like an intermediate station. So if you have 2 stations, and your starting spot counts as a station, and if you want to put a station somewhere in between, you can. So, for example, there's not a station here at this industry, and for blue to have a short route there, he needs one. So he's going to use his turn by just placing a station there and there. Bam! Now there's a station from here to here, and that's it. He doesn't get to build though. So that was blue's turn. Yellow needs to branch out. So yellow has D to D. He might want to mess over here with red somehow. So let's say he's going to get on that action. So he's going to go here, 1, 2, and let's see, that would be an acute angle, so he can't make a sharp turn there. So he's going to come down here, 3. Maybe on his next one he'll come in over here to kind of mess it up. Alright, green's turn. Let's see. So green has... Alright, I was playing... This is actually, I believe, orange's building. This is green's building. Alright. Alright, green needs to get another... He's going to try and get his house out there. So he's going to get the C out there. So this is not an acute angle. So there's that. He puts out C. That's 1. And let's see. He's going to try and get down to this park 2, which makes a station here because those intersected. And 3 there, which makes another intersection here. So now green's at the park, but look what green did. For D, to get to D now, it is now, well, it's actually still only 1, so he's good. He's still safe for now. So D now has connection here, so D's going to want to be able to get a route over to here. It's red's turn. Alright, what does red want to do? Red, what will red do? Well, he wants to have a station here, so he's just going to do an he can't do an intermediate because he doesn't have any station over here, so red's going to do this. Red's going to put down a line here so that he has a station connection to here. So that means on his next turn he'll be able to place a station somewhere here. So that's red, 1. He still has to get his house out there. Let's say he's going to use this route. He's going to go 2 here, 3 here, and now he has his house out there. Also, you could see red's on this half of the board. His other station, he only just needs to get down here with this striped one, and he has a completed line. And there's a benefit for getting lines as well. The other thing I just realized I'm not showing you is you're able to score points during this phase. Alright, so when you build stations at these different locations, you get points. So these people should have been scoring points, and I don't remember who was doing what. Let's just say orange did this one here, so that's a point. Let's say red did this one here, that's a point. Green, let's say green did, let's see, that was already connected to a station. If it's already connected to a station, I don't think it counts, and you don't get points for connecting to the parks. So that's nothing, that's nothing, that's nothing. Here's one, blue, so we'll give blue a point for that one. Over here, red came in there, so I guess red would get that point, so that's going to move red to 2 points. I think it's something like that. One thing I'll say about the rules, if you're going to get this game, you have to go online and download the revised English rules. The rules it comes with, the multi-language rules, are absolutely horrendous. Alright, so now I don't remember whose turn I was on. So anyway, let's just say it is, I don't know, let's just say it's red's turn. Alright, so red's going to use his turn to build a station here. So that way he has a connection. Maybe he'll put it here, this spot. Alright, so now he has a connection from here to here, from this lake to this park, and it's one thing. The reason I did that is because if somebody comes in here to build their house and they build a station there, well, he'd probably be okay. Anyway, I don't know, I was just trying to make it, I want the shortest connection as possible. Alright, so that was red's turn. Blue's turn. Blue's actually almost all the way to the other side too. So let's just say blue's going to complete his line. Let's just say blue's going to go here, 1, 2, and 3. And blue has completed his striped line already. Once somebody completes 2 lines, that's it. The game ends. So blue's already got 1 line down. Yellow's turn. Yellow wanted to screw up green over here, so he's going to go 1 spot here, which is going to force a station to be built. And now what he has effectively done is he has a connection from D to D. That's a 1 trip long, but he just now made red's trip 2 trips long. So he essentially gave himself the benefit for this. So 1 was there. Now where does he want to go? He hasn't done much over here, so he's going to continue out over here. What industries? He needs to get his commercial industry out and his sporting industry out. Alright, so let me talk a little bit about a couple games that I've just gone over. I was filming Metromania yesterday and my battery ran out, so, my memory card got full. So I wasn't able to finish what I was doing, but hopefully you kind of get an idea of what the game looks like. And I actually only bought that game for the purpose of doing a video because I saw that there wasn't one for it and I was able to kind of get it real cheap. I was going to turn around and sell it for whatever I paid for it. But I actually kind of really liked it. So I'm going to probably hold on to it for a bit. We'll see. Obviously I'm filming not in a house right now. I'm kind of traveling around and driving around. This is just something I'm doing while I'm on the road to keep me occupied. So I guess it just depends on where money gets to. But anyway, the game... it's a route building game, and I kind of just like how you can cut people off, how you can, how you also have the buildings and the pathways you're trying to connect, but you don't have to necessarily do your own. You can do others. Anyway, it just seems like a really interesting game to me. I kind of enjoyed it. It's very small package, so that's convenient for traveling, but it is also my main gripe with the game. I'm sure it was a low print run, low cost production, so that's why it's like that. I would prefer the game to be larger and some component differences, but otherwise Metromania, I really kind of enjoyed it more than I thought I would. So there you go.